blankie. It was a Lion King blankie. It had Simba's gigantic face on it. I loved it so much. Anyway, so we used to get a million ant houses all over our lawn. And I used to just watch these poor ants. It would take like 9,000 hours for them to carry this little crumb of food from across the lawn. I felt so bad. There's gotta be something I could do to help. So I went inside, I got a handful of the snack that smiles back, goldfish, and I crunkled it up as tight as I could in my little hand so I could make a gajillion crumbs. So I walk over to one of the anthills and I just sprinkle a little crumb of food like right next to the hole where they live so they don't have to travel 9 million hours to get a crumb from like the road. So I put the food there and I waited. And guess what happened, okay? An ant came out, looked completely shocked, and he took the food in one step. Oh my God, I felt like a freaking hero. I wonder what the ants is thinking right now. I have no idea how I'm gonna find food. My whole family's counting on me. What am I gonna do? My whole family's gonna starve. We're hopeless. We're hopeless. It's all hopeless. Ah! Holy shit. So as I'm going around doing this great service to the ant community, I didn't happen to realize that I was dragging my blankie right on top of the anthill as I walked past it. I didn't even realize I was doing it for like literally every anthill. And when I was done, I basically turn around and I see everything's destroyed in a trail of my blankie. I murdered all of the ants and their entire community. I'll never forget the feeling. As such a little child, the amount of doom that I felt in my heart. I wonder what the ants are thinking right now. Boy, I can't believe it. All the food. Everybody's talking about it. There's food outside of everybody's anthill. It's so exciting. There is hope. We're saved. We're all saved. Holy shit. So long story short, I freaking panicked. I was hysterically crying. I went to go get my parents and basically I made them help me go around to every anthill and like help me rebuild them. As I'm like shedding tears, I have ants all over me and all over my blankie. My blankie deserved it though. So the last story, my mom brought me and my little sister Jessica to the mall. Oh, and Greg was there too, actually. Hi, Greg. Hi. We went to the mall because we needed to get winter jackets. And every time my mom brought us to the mall, we knew we got to make a wish at the fountain. That was the only reason that actually got us in the car. So my mom's like helping us try on winter jackets. Greg got stuck in one. It's so typical of Greg. And I'm just like waiting for the fountain. And as I'm waiting, I notice a little 25-cent machine with freaking parachute guys in it. And I've never seen this before as a kid. This was my first time seeing little parachute men. I can only dream of getting one of these, throw it off of my balcony. I had the perfect balcony at home where I could see this man soar. I was dying to try this, okay? So after jackets, we went to the fountain to go make a wish. And I asked my mom if she can get me one of those parachute guys too. And she's like, you can use your quarter for either the fountain wish or for the parachute guy. Okay, she couldn't give me a freaking extra quarter. And obviously, I'm not gonna lose a wish over this. But anyway, me and my brother always had a competition who can throw it like in the middle of like the very top part. So we threw our quarters really far. But Jessica, she got those little baby hands that just, she didn't throw as far as I noticed. So we're getting ready to leave. My mom's putting us in our jackets. Greg gets stuck again. Oh no, not again. Everybody seems to be distracted. I wasn't thinking. I stole Jessica's wish and I wiped her wish all over my freaking new jacket. Ran to the machine, got my little parachute guy, thanks Greg. And all I could think about was dropping him off the balcony. And once the hit was over, I was like, I stole Jessica's wish. Everything hit me. Oh my God, I stole my little sister's wish. She could have wished for something like important. World piece. And I took it for that. The shame. So long story short, I was hysterically crying. My guilt was ripping me to shreds. And I told my mom I stole Jessica's wish and that we have to go back to the mall. And my mom like really did not want to go back to the mall. She's like, oh God, what am I gonna do? She got a pot from the kitchen, filled it with water. We like sat on the floor. She's like, okay, Jessica, let's make another wish, like the fountain. And I'm just like, Jessica, make that wish that you made today. Make that same wish, make it again. Please, please. Thank you. I had problems. Oh, guilt. We don't like you. Tell me below if you could relate to any of those stories. I feel like either everyone's gonna relate to the stuffed animal one or nobody's gonna relate to the stuffed animal one. Anyway, thank you guys again for watching, and if you wanna watch more, get the popcorn out, binge them all. Also, I'm gonna start posting again on my vlog channel if anyone cares. Woo! All right, I'm gonna end this now before Sweet Potato. Stop, what are you doing?
Come with me to my Botox Cosmetic appointment. I've been getting treated with Botox Cosmetic for about 8 years to smooth the look of my moderate to severe forehead lines, frown lines, and my crow's feet. It's a quick 10 to 15 minute treatment.
Hey, I'm Elle, and this is my pet rat, Sweet Potato. Welcome back to Elle Cartoon. No, I'm not gonna acknowledge that I haven't posted a video in a long time. Shut up. I don't talk about the pets that I used to have because I am ashamed of myself that I accidentally kind of like put all of my pets through some really stressful situations. I kind of like traumatized all of them. This video is actually really messed up. Something always goes wrong. Like for some reason, nothing bad ever happens. Just okay. My very first pet, my dad bought us chameleons. They're like little lizards. They also have really, really, really long tongues, like Yoshi tongues. My dad told my brother he can name them, and my brother really sucks at thinking of names. He named them Michael, John, and Matt. Like, how lame can you be? Michael, John, and Matt? I don't know. Anyway, so these little guys would eat crickets. So to feed them, we used to have to buy crickets. We had to go to the nearest Petco. They'd scoop them up into a plastic bag, twist it tight, and they would give us a bag of crickets just like bouncing. I have absolutely no idea how they just had a collection of crickets in a drawer, but they did. Now here's the thing. My mom didn't tell me that they were supposed to be eating these crickets. So when we would go get a bag of crickets, she told me that they were just friends for the lizards. But she always made me get out of the room right after we put the crickets down, and she'd always get really weird. Come on, sweetie. I'll meet you in the kitchen and we'll make a grilled cheese sandwich and I'll cut them into little triangles for you, okay? Okay. Like she's just doing some secret evil scheme, about to commit a murder. It was violent. It was disturbing, to say the least.
Please, I have a family.
And she got away with this for quite some time, until she didn't. So I went in there one time after my mom did her thing because I didn't feel like having a grilled cheese sandwich that day. So I remember dragging in my princess chair. I was gonna sit down and watch them all play like my mommy told me that they do. And they weren't playing at all. I started banging on the cage to try and get the cricket out of Michael's mouth. And I ended up just scaring the crap out of everyone, including the crickets.
This girl's crazy. I'd rather be eaten.
After that, my parents got me a Weedle hermit crab. I don't know if you've ever seen a hermit crab at the beach. They usually sell them there on like the boardwalk. I named this hermit crab Hermie, which is way better than anything my brother could think of. I know that. Hermie was a climber. It was the day before Christmas Eve. I was playing with Hermie and my brother goes and sits down in my princess chair. I don't know if you guys understand. That was my chair. My mom and my dad were just paying attention to Jessica, you know. New baby obsessed with that. These guys, who cares about them? Like, we got Jessica now. Anyway, Herbie was crawling around. It was hard for me to pay attention because he was trying to be a princess in my chair. So I kept Herbie on the floor just for a second so I could take care of the brother situation. And remember when I said he likes to climb? And I'm like 5. All I could do for some reason in that moment was just point. In my head, I was screaming. Nothing came out. Finally, my brother noticed. Oh my. And my dad totally saved him before he became crab cakes. I don't know how many times I'm gonna almost kill one of my pets before it actually gets killed. That brings us to my last story. We're all much older by now. My mom had a friend that used to be a dog breeder. My parents went to go see the dogs. And apparently there was this one that just wasn't selling for some reason. So of course that's the one my parents get. Anyway, I thought of the idea to name her because of the time I actually lied to a cop and told him I had a dog named Penny. So technically, cop, I did have a dog named Penny, just not at that time. She was a dachshund, one of those hot dog shaped bodies. But don't let her cute looking hot dog body fool you, okay? I'll never forget the day we brought her home. Aww. No. Don't go on the couch. You could stay on the couch. Penny did what she wants, when she wants, and made it known that she's not the pet. We are. Basically, this is Penny's house. She's in charge, and she also took my princess chair. Anyway, I wanted a pet that would actually freaking love me, so I got Chip the hamster. Chip loved carrots. All he did was shovel carrots down his little tiny mouth. And boy, was he just the cutest little button. But literally the day I brought Chip into the house. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten a little, tiny little hamster with this vicious dog. So I kept Chip literally as high as I possibly could in my room. And Penny would sit on the floor just staring up at Chip literally every single day. This was not gonna work out. So I realized I had to probably give Chip back. But me and my family were going on a cruise and my grandma had to watch Chip for us. I gave her very careful instructions. Just take Chip down very carefully, put the food in, put Chip right back up there. One day, Nanny kind of did all the steps that she was supposed to do except that very last one. And Penny knew. It was time to bring Chip his last little carrot. And I was just coming home from vacation. So I walk in the door and I hear something. Nanny?
Yes?
Where's Chip at?
Oh, Chip is